Welcome back to Where on Earth. Columbus did not discover America by accident. He reached the Caribbean by geography, specifically by understanding that steady winds blow westward across the Atlantic between roughly 10 and 30 degrees north latitude. He sailed south to the Canary Islands, entered those winds, and they carried him west in just over a month. To return, he did not fight the same winds. He sailed north into higher latitudes where the westerlies blow eastward back toward Europe. The round trip was a geography lesson, and for the next 400 years, maritime empires were built on the same principle. Know where the winds blow, put ships inside them. Why do wind belts exist at all? Because Earth is heated unevenly and Earth rotates. The equator receives the most solar energy. Warm air rises there, moves poleward, cools and sinks around the subtropics. Meanwhile, the spinning planet deflects moving air through the Coriolis effect. Together, these forces create global wind belts. First, the trade winds. They blow steadily toward the equator in tropical latitudes. In the Atlantic, northeast trade winds carried ships from Africa and Europe toward the Caribbean and the Americas. This helped power Spanish and Portuguese expansion. Columbus used them. Treasure fleets used them. Entire colonial systems depended on them. But Europeans were not first. Arab sailors had used predictable winds in the Indian Ocean for centuries. Polynesian navigators crossed the Pacific long before European arrival. Geography existed before empire. Second, the westerlies. Between roughly 30 and 60 degrees latitude, winds blow west to east. These were the return route. Ships crossed west on trade winds, then sailed north and returned east on the westerlies. The Atlantic Circuit became a clockwise loop dictated by atmospheric geography. This wind circuit also helped structure the Atlantic slave trade. Routes linking Europe, Africa, and the Americas aligned with prevailing winds. Commerce followed climate. Third, the doldrums and horse latitudes. Near the equator, converging air can create calm zones with little wind. At subtropical highs, winds may weaken and become variable. Sailing ships could be trapped for days or weeks. These were barriers as much as oceans themselves. Fourth, the roaring Forties. In the southern hemisphere, strong westerlies sweep across open ocean between 40 and 50 degrees south. Dutch navigators learned to harness these winds after rounding Africa, speeding voyages to Asia. Wind geography helped build Dutch commercial power. Fifth, the monsoon. This is a seasonal wind reversal caused by land heating and cooling faster than ocean. For centuries, merchants used monsoon timing to sail between Arabia, East Africa, India, and Southeast Asia. Great Indian Ocean port cities rose where seasonal winds made trade possible. Why did Atlantic empires expand so successfully? Because the Atlantic offers a relatively convenient wind circuit. Westward tropical winds and eastward mid-latitude return winds. The Pacific is larger and often harder to navigate as a balanced imperial loop under sail. The winds did not reward bravery. They simply blew according to physics. Empires rose when people learned where they blew and when. The trade winds carried Columbus west. The westerlies brought him home. The roaring Forties enriched the Dutch. The monsoon built the Indian Ocean world. Invisible atmospheric circulation helped shape visible human history. Subscribe to Where on Earth for weekly geography that explains the forces behind everything. Because the world looks very different when you understand the winds that shaped it.